What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Welcome to my first episode of my digital journal. I will be breaking down the first song. You should know that. Well, it's called You Should Know That. Well, you shouldn't know that, but you should know that. Let's get this thing started.
If you don't know about his story, you know you will repeat it. And if you don't have a loving strategy, you will get defeated. You should know that. 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 My people make 2/3 of the world's population. You should know that. Once upon a time, we ruled amongst the nation. You should know that. We built the land and cultivated civilization. You should know that. Now all we really want is our reparations. To the Indians they gave them. You should know that. 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 You should know that.
You should know that. The song You Should Know That is a phrase that my father would always say to me. You should know that. And actually, I think it's a hood phrase, a neighborhood phrase that helps to connect and elevate culture, right? You should know that. You should know. There's things that we should know. My people make 2/3 of the world's population. You should know that. Once upon a time, we ruled amongst the nations. You should know that. We built the land and cultivated civilization. You should know that. Now all we really want is our reparations. To the Indians they gave them. The concept behind the song, the most important thing I think people should know is where they're from. Our history did not start in the 1600s on a plantation in Virginia. No, we come from a continent with over 50 countries. And in these countries, there's cities and tribes, right, that speak different dialects. So we come from the mother of civilization. So there's a veil of mysticism that's associated with the continent of Africa. And that's why I did the song, You Should Know That. It was a beat that my brother Oscar DeBay made. I met him at St. Nick's Pub. I met a lot of my musicians at St. Nick's Pub where I used to bartend. And he had this beat, and it was like boom, dee doo dee boom, dee doo dee boom, dee doo dee boom. And in us as people, there's rhythm in how the way we say things, and inflection in the way we say things, right? Boom, dee boom, dee boom, dee doo dee boom, dee doo dee. You should know that. You should know that. And I ran with it, right? And I was like, damn, what should we know? This song, number one, because it's very catchy. Children love this song, and it's contextually very heavy if you break it down, right? My people make up 2/3 of the world's population. The world, right, is made up of mostly people of color. We are the majority of the world. We're not the minority. We're the majority of the world, right? But you should know that. Once upon a time, we ruled amongst the nations. There was a time, and if there's a book, I'll get back to you with that. But I really think books should find you, so I'm not even going to say that. It talks about how Africa worked as a unit and everybody was culturally conscious. And it worked for, and also the word culture means to elevate and sustain on a knowledge level, right? On a family level, right? So you have to educate that brain. We were brought here and we were not taught to read, right? So how can our culture survive if that main component of education and elevation is not here, right? We ruled amongst the nation. We built the land, especially in America, because we keep finding these burial grounds with all these enslaved Africans. A while ago, there was an exhibit called the Slavery in New York at the City Museum, and it really depicted the amount of enslaved Africans. And I don't like to say slaves, so if you guys can get anything from me, let's just stop using the word slave. I'm going to use enslaved, right? Because I was born a slave. No, you were born enslaved. You have a history that's so much more vast and dynamic than what it is right now, right? So you were born enslaved, right? You got that. Just that one thing. You should know that. We built the land and cultivated civilizations is the next word. because we put a lot of effort into creating this American society. This society in America would not be American society without the enslaved Africans' contribution. Free 99. Now all we really want is to get our reparations. Whether it's tax-free for the rest of our lives, it's getting, the more time goes by, it gets harder to give reparations because people are multiplying and the descendants of enslaved Africans are increasing, right? But we just want to be treated even just equally. That would be reparations in itself. But in the acknowledging, there's always guilt. But there can be healing as the sun comes out. But you should know that. And that's the first verse, guys. Stay tuned. Next episode is coming to you.